Now, my experience in 2012, during the first ceasefire after the Israeli aggression, Israel broke the ceasefire and actually led the most aggressive and savage bombardment of the entire campaign. This wasn't much different the day before or even the hours before. Israel was bombing intensively, particularly in northern Gaza. And the next is a video basically of IOF forces celebrating the mass bombing of Gaza just before the ceasefire came into effect. If you have the video, Mike.
واو يلا لمخونيون مطمارين.
And the next video, Mike, if you have it, is just of Palestinians returning to their homes. They are encountering mass bodies decomposing that have been left there for some time, bodies outside the various hospitals that were under siege. So if you can just play the video just to show the devastation that people are returning to, if you have it, Mike.
السلام عليكم. الحمد لله سلامتك. عافية. لا أظن أنه في شارع هنا في هذه البلدة يعني يخلو أو خلا من آثار القصف. شاهدوا في الصورة. يعني يحتار الإنسان في أي منطقة يقوم بعملية التوثيق والتصوير. مشهد دمار كبير.
People have been reported to be fired upon if they're trying to go from South Gaza back to their homes in northern Gaza. So to some degree, the Zionist aggression is continuing despite the ceasefire. I just also wanted to draw attention to what a number of people are saying and what I've been saying since the 7th of October, that there is potential that there will be a false flag bombing in the West, I think probably in the US on a massive scale, that would be blamed on some rogue Islamist creation of the intel agencies in order to deflect attention and equate Hamas with ISIS, to switch back public opinion as happened in 9/11. And I would still reiterate that prediction. I'm not quite sure how it will play out, but I think those that want to escalate the violence may well generate some kind of orchestrated event.
Okay, and well, the death toll then?
The death toll stands at 14,854, among them 6,000 children. That's an image of the multiple mass graves that are now being created during the ceasefire. And if we move on, even in the West Bank, and remember in the West Bank there is no ceasefire. Since October the 7th, 3,130 Palestinians have been arrested, and there has been mass devastation and destruction in the various West Bank areas. And also what I really wanted to draw attention to today is the deliberate targeting of journalists during this conflict. A few days ago, Israel deliberately killed Mayadeen's crew in South Lebanon. If you can just move to the next slide, which gives their names. Farah Omar and cameraman Rabbi Memari were murdered earlier today in an Israeli airstrike on their location in southern Lebanon. An Israeli warplane fired 2 rockets on their location immediately after they finished recording. And then also in Gaza, of course, we've seen the systematic killing of journalists and their families. So on this occasion, 2 days ago, they assassinated journalist Amal Zod and her entire family by bombing her family home. So it was reported early on Friday that Palestinian journalist Amal Zod and her entire family were killed in an Israeli shelling that targeted their home in Gaza. With the martyrdom of Zod, the number of journalists killed in the Gaza Strip since the start of the ongoing aggression has reached more than 63. So basically, journalists are being deliberately targeted as part of the Zionist policy aimed at obliterating facts and assassinating the truth.